I'm welcoming guys. Welcome. I was just waiting for some people to come in. But let's get this show started. Let's get this show started. David in trouble. Okay. David is in trouble and he will be arrested soon. You would not believe what he's doing. This guy during his shows, he got caskets at his shows, man. I think this was a sacrifice gone bad. And I also think that he didn't allegedly, we say allegedly for everything. It was about to come out that he was messing with he started messing with this girl when she was 12 years old, allegedly. Okay. David. All right. When she was 12 years old and she died, she went missing around. She was like 13, 14. They found her in his Tesla. David in trouble. And we're going to get into that. Now I must admit, I wasn't checking for no David. Before this, I'll be lying to you if I said I knew who David was. I'll be lying to you. I didn't know. I never heard of nobody named David. I may have heard his song here and there in passing, but I never would check it for nobody named David. And when this legal thing happened, because we follow legal cases over here. And I saw that this was a nice legal case for me to follow. And yeah, that's how I come to know who David was from this case. Okay. But guys, you will not believe what he's doing. This guy, I have to show you better than I can tell you. I got to show you better than I can tell you, man. It says David reportedly brings casket and notepad for people to write to the dead at his shows. There's some weird shit, man. It's a weird dude, yo. I believe she got I believe this is a sacrifice going wrong. Why I say going wrong? Because he got caught. There's some weird stuff, man. David weird, man. Straight up. Straight up. David is weird, man. This might be the weirdest case I followed in a while, man. David. Now look at this. No. Hold on. I don't want to play his music now. Let's just look at this. Look what he's doing. Bro, you about to go to jail. Straight up. Like, it's some weird stuff with these young people, man. So he's bringing a casket to the shows. That look like that's in let me see. That might be. That look like Richmond, where I used to stay at. Let me find out he was just recently in Richmond. Yeah, man. He got. Hold on. Let's go. Is that Rich? Hold on. Is that Richmond? Wait. What's the name of this place? All right. I don't think so. But you see what he doing? He bringing the casket in to the shows, man. And all right. So you see that. Okay. Look at this. Okay. So you saw that, right? Okay, that's David. All right, let's get to the other weird stuff he doing.
This girl apparently had either run away or disappeared.
Yes.
Like you said, it was a year ago, April. So the police have identified her, but here's one of the twists. Last Wednesday, right after the car was found,
Right.
We got a tip that this body may be that of Celeste's. we got in touch with Celeste's mother. And the mother told us, because what the police had come out with was that the girl had a tattoo on her right index finger that said S.
Even before they could find out her name, they obviously had the body parts and they released some information.
And it was on her index finger. It said SHHH with 3 dots or 4 dots. And that's all we knew. The mother told us that my daughter had a tattoo on her right index finger that said the same thing. And that the tattoo, she told us, in fact, Anakin, she only spoke Spanish, so Anakin spoke to her.
She did.
And she said that she had a boyfriend.
That's right, that she had a boyfriend and his name was David. And the mother never really got in contact with David, like she never saw him.
She didn't know who the David was.
She had heard of him. And it seemed like the last time that she had seen her daughter was when she had gone out with David.
So we called LAPD robbery homicide, and we gave them the information. We gave them the mother's phone number. We gave them her name, obviously, and also told.
Do you hear this? Do you hear this? Do you hear this? So he's being investigated right now, but at his shows, he got a casket at his shows. God, he going to jail. I'm just like, David, if you listen, you're going to jail, David. David, I don't know what you under, but I don't know what type of time you on. You going to jail, David. David, you going to jail. You see that picture, David? That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna be looking right at that camera like that while they ushering you into the central bookings. David, you going to jail, David. I'm just telling, we follow legal cases over here, David, and we gonna follow yours. Oh yes, we gonna follow yours. Let's continue. So, like I said, she never heard of she heard of somebody named David her daughter was dating. The last time she was seen was with David. Okay, and her body parts is found in the frunk, not in the trunk, in the frunk. You know, Tesla's, that where it used to be the trunk of many car, the hood of many cars where the engine is, they don't have an engine. So they call it a frunk. This is in the front, a front trunk. That's where her body was found at. Okay. And his Tesla in a yard. Lord have mercy. And then on his shows, he gonna have a casket going to his shows. What type of time? What type of time is this dude on, man? I can't wait to follow his case, David. I can't wait, man.
Told the detective that she had told us about the tattoo. We added the fact that it was red, which they hadn't.
Right, so they hadn't said that. They had not released that information.
And the detective was, poker faced. Or
that's what they have to do.
And just said, thank you very much. And that was it until today, when they now have identified the girl as the girl who is the girl of the month of that woman.
Right, the daughter of that woman.
Right.
So there's another twist with that tattoo.
Yes.
A very interesting one in some photos that we found of David.
Correct.
Now, we should say that David has been on tour during all of this. He
hasn't canceled any of his shows.
Until
his one tonight.
Had been on a tour, and in fact, just last night performed in Seattle. And police they have not named him a person of interest, not named him a suspect. They just know that the car belongs to him. Now, the photos that we found of David and a tattoo that he has is very, very interesting.
So we found photos from last September where he has on his pointer finger of his right hand
the same finger as hers.
The same exact finger, the exact same tattoo. It's in black, so it's not red ink, and I do want to be fair. Obviously, we're not insinuating anything here. The tattoo it was very popular, though.
It's a tattoo that Rihanna made popular in 2008.
2008.
And a bunch of SHHH.
Lindsay Lohan had
a bunch
one.
of celebrities.
Yeah.
A ton of people get it because you do this, so it makes sense why it would be on that finger. But it is interesting that he has the exact same tattoo.
The LAPD Homicide Division is investigating this case. They still have not said it's a murder.
Correct. Meaning that they don't know the cause of.
Let me just say this. Yes, they're still investigating. They're taking their time with it. So when they arrest him, it's going to be an open and shut case. Yeah, it don't almost like he don't seem about care about getting caught. He have caskets at his shows. He might be. I mean, damn, David. I mean, we have to say allegedly because they're still doing their investigation. But they come on, David. David, come on now. David. Come on, David. He just looked crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's what how tall is he? How tall is he, man? He don't I bet you he only weighed like, let me see. I saw a picture of him. He looked like he 110 pounds. That's how much he looked like. He is very petite. What's up with these petite guys, man? Like in my generation, we weren't that petite. Or maybe we was. I don't know. What's up, Ryan? This is a case we're gonna be following here. I never have anybody ever heard this dude before this case? Be honest, because I never heard of him. I heard of him now. Because David, we're gonna be following your case, David, for sure. I never heard of him, Ryan. Never heard of David. Maybe the young people know about David, but I never heard of him. He doing shows though, even still. Guys, he bring caskets to his shows. And he got his whole girlfriend is missing. And they just found his girlfriend, which he started talking to her allegedly when she was 12 years old. Okay. Went missing when she was 14. Okay. Your whole girlfriend missing. Okay. That's another story because he's mad old. Okay. So never mind, she went missing and was found dead in your Tesla. Okay. And then you got caskets at the funeral. He's at the show. He crazy. David crazy, man. David crazy. You said me either at Charlie. Yeah, I ain't even like a lot of people didn't know who Charlie was either. The only reason why I heard of him is because he used to do those like funny debates. And I seen it went viral one time. But to be honest with you, I wasn't checking for no Charlie Kirk. So if anybody gonna try to cancel me for saying that, fuck you. Because I didn't even know who no Charlie Kirk was, man. I'm being honest with you, man. I only know he went viral. That was it. I was not checking for no Charlie Kirk, and y'all should not have let what's his name go over that. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say right there. It's a lot of people say, oh my God, what happened? You know, Charlie Kirk. You ain't know who Charlie Kirk was. Stop fronting. Stop fronting, man. Stop fronting. Like you knew who Charlie Kirk was, man. Stop fronting. And the president wilding out right now because he don't even care. He don't even care. They said, Mr. President, how are you holding up after saying your friend Charlie Kirk? He said, oh, I'm good, but we just remodeled this White House over here. He said it just like that. Just like that, man. He don't care either. So why should Jimmy Kimmel got to step down, man? Like for real. I'm gonna tell y'all something though. Well, a lot of people don't realize. Somebody had sent me a text message. Well, this is authoritarianism, right? This is authoritarian, and look what they're doing this, and look what they're doing that. You know what's crazy? A lot of other people are starting. A lot of other demographics are starting to feel marginalized for the first time in history, believe it or not, even though they were already marginalized and they didn't even know it. They're starting to feel it now. All other people, even the islanders, they're starting to feel marginalized for the almost for the first time, it seemed like, because people are getting deported. Listen, this has been authoritarianism. It's authoritarianship. It's always been that way. It's been that way for my people. It's been this way. I don't know where y'all just woke up. Y'all just waking up or not? It's been like that. Oh, well, how about our freedom of speech? Freedom of speech comes at a price. Are y'all just waking up? Are y'all just waking up now? Y'all better get with it. It's been like this. I don't know where y'all been. I don't know where y'all been. But it's always been that way. But you got to learn how to work with the system. That's it. People like, oh, it's hard out here. And it's been hard. What the hell y'all talking about? We've been in a recession. We've been in one. Y'all, it's just that y'all just losing y'all jobs. And now y'all feeling it. It's been fucked up out here. It's been that way my whole life. It's just some people, they had it easy. They had it cake. They had a cake situation, right? If you had a cake situation for a long time, you're not going to feel that it's hard out here because stuff was given to you. Let's face it, some people had the hookup, stuff was given to them. Okay. They had a cake situation going on. Now all of a sudden they're like, oh, it's hard. It's been like that. Inflation has been going up ever since I was born, and it did not never come down for 40 plus years. It's never come down. I've been new since 1985 that when I turned 25 and 30 years old, we had a class on this in 1985. By the time we reach 25 and 30 years old, we're not going to be able to buy a house. They told us this already. I don't know what y'all talking about. It's been messed up. It's just that I realized that a lot of people has not ever felt, they have never been through nothing in life. They never been through it yet. I've been through it. I've been through it many times over. That's why this is not bothering me. I don't feel a sense of urgency or nothing. I don't. It's just a lot of people do because for the first time in life, they're having their Job season already. I've been had mine. I'm still having it. I was born into a Job season. I was born into it. I was born marginalized. That's why I know how to deal with it. I have never seen immigration like this ever in my life. See, what y'all should have did was when a lot of shit was happening to us, y'all should have band with us, but y'all didn't. So now all of a sudden, everybody's feeling marginalized. I want to tell y'all just didn't know it. Y'all been marginalized. Y'all been. Now all of a sudden, everybody is having hardships. It's been hard out here. It's been hard. Mortgages is at an all-time high. We learned this in 1985 when I was in grammar school. That my teacher said, by the time y'all reach 25, 30, and 40, y'all ain't gonna be able to buy a house. Guys, let me tell you something. If you don't know this, there's millions of people right now, not just all over the world. I'm talking about the United States. There's millions of people right now that have lost their job in the past 3 months. I don't know if y'all know that. I'm on the streets. I know. I'm on the streets every day. I see it. When I'm up at Newark Airport, I see people sleeping in their 7 Series BMW. They're sleeping in it. I could show you. So it's real fucked up out here. Now it's been messed up, but it's at an all-time high now. Now, reason why I say it's at an all-time, actually, no, you know why I say it's more messed up now? Because people that's been having a plush life for so many years, they're now fucked up. They don't know how to handle it. I'm telling you all this. They don't know how to handle this, man. I was talking to a guy in the parking lot. This man was in tears. Okay. He worked for the government for 30 plus years. Okay. He got a mortgage to pay. He got his car, his wife's car, his daughter's car. Shit is about to get repossessed. Okay. And yeah, a lot of people, well, if you want a stealth camp, Ryan, it's best to get a Tesla. I'm about to tell you why in a second. You probably already know why. And the guy is up there doing that, and he's saving a lot of money, Ryan. I am going to get into it now that you said. I might segue into that, how you can win. So he was in tears. I said, yo, he's like, I'm sleeping in my car. You know, I'm trying to save it. I said, Div, what's wrong with sleeping in your car? He said, I gotta see with people. I said, who gives a fuck what people think about you? Who cares? And then I started telling him how it works up here, because he just started working up there. But it wasn't just him. It's other people up there. I'm talking about brand new BMW sleeping in their car, yo. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. There's hundreds of people out there. They never left. I'm like, what the fuck? And just to let you know, out here is different than Richmond, because I'm living in Richmond for so long. You can't stay at the airport during the day, and here in Newark, even though it's busy, you can't. You're not gonna make any money out here. You gotta do it at night. See, I do it at night. Like start at like 7 p.m. The only reason why I say that is because the traffic died down, and it seemed like drivers don't like driving at night for some reason. And you get more busy at night, and then you got to make sure you have your clients, because people, let me tell y'all a real trick real quick. A lot of people don't like to pay because they Uber and Lyft is robbing people. You know what I'm saying? Be hiking up the price, stuff like that. All you gotta do is give the people your number. Like if you travel often, just hit me up. If they charging you 80, I'm charging you 50. All you need is 4 of those rides a day to be winning. But in order to get those 3 to 4 rides a day, you have to give your number out to at least, I have it down to a science. What was the magic number? 120. You gotta give your number out to 120 people. And I haven't done it yet because I've been working in Virginia, but I'll be there by Christmas. I don't gave my number out. You can't just give it out to just anybody. You gotta vet the people. At least 120 people, then you can log off Lyft. You can log off. You don't need it anymore, because now you're a private driver. And also you're a private driver without the system knowing you're a private driver, because those are your people. You know what I'm saying? You become friends with these people. Yo, Max, I need a ride to the airport. Like I had just got a message, a message this morning. Yo, I need a ride to the airport. Can you come pick me up? Now I got to go all the way to Edgewater though to go pick this girl up. Was her and her boyfriend. Now I haven't been dealing with him, but now I'm dealing with him because she gave me. I guess he felt funny me talking to her. I don't know why. Now I'm dealing with him, but he was like, "Hey, can you pick us up? We got a late flight tonight." I said, "Okay, what time is your flight?" And give me your flight number. They was like, "Okay, boom." So, because I put my flight number, I keep my iPad with me. I have flight radar. So I put their flight in my flight radar. I'll be able to tell them if there's any cancellations or anything like that. So I keep it in there. And then they want me to pick them up. It's a round trip. In a few days when they come back, they want me to get them at the airport. So that's $50 each way. So that's an easy $100. And I was telling him that's how you do it. I said you have to get cards made, and you have to give your number out. You got to give your number out, or you can get a separate phone if like that. But you could give them your Google number. I said, if you want to give out your personal number, give them out your Google number. So I'm gonna get back to that in a second. I'm gonna come back to that subject. Just if anybody wanting to get in the business, you only use Lyft and Uber as tools to get your people. Because I'm telling you, out here from Newark Airport at night, when I be driving to get to Edgewater, they be charging these people like $100. This one lady cut the app off. She was like, okay, if I cut the app off, they're gonna charge me at least $5 and I'll just give you the rest. I said, all right, cool. Because when she canceled, they gave me $5 because I went and picked her up at the gate. Not the gate. What do you call that? not the gate, the terminal. She was like, dude, they're charging me. They getting ready to charge me $100. I said, yo, $100. I'll charge you. I charge you 50. She said, oh my God, you will charge me 50. I said, yeah, I'll charge you 50. She said, well, if I cancel, I said, they cancel, they're gonna charge you $5. You know what I'm saying? So you really paying 55. Just look at that as a tip. She said, look, I said, because they give me the $5 when I cancel, just look at it as giving me a tip for $5. It's $55. She said, all right, cool. That's better than that. She could say the rest. And then she paid me, and then boom, we were off. Just like that. So that's how you got to do it. And then I got her number. Well, she got my number, locked my number in the phone. So when she ready to go travel, she hit me up. And she traveled quite a bit. So, and then I had this one lady. She's working out here for the first time, but she wanted me to take her around Manhattan and stuff. I'll tell you all that in a minute. But let me get back to David real quick, because that's why we're here. Listen to this.
Death. Obviously, yes, the body was dismembered and was, where the parts were in a bag that was in the Tesla. But
did y'all hear that? The body was dismembered. Because I know y'all like, damn, how was she able to fit in the front? Because he dismembered her. I mean, allegedly somebody dismembered her.
They don't know what the cause of
and we
death
don't want to
is.
seem dumb to you guys that we're saying what people are saying. Of course, it's a murder. I mean, theoretically, it could be a body where somebody died and then they did it after the fact, which would not be murder. But we don't know.
The part that, why would you do that?
Right.
Right. If someone fell down the stairs and broke their neck in an accident, why would you dismember the body?
Right. So that's what we know right now.
Yes. And then, so the latest thing about David, as we said, police have not named him, but we do know that he canceled for the first time since all of this has been going on. He canceled a show. He had another one scheduled in Seattle tonight, but venues.
It was weird to me that he was kind of going
canceled.
off on this tour to begin with. Like if I'm traveling the country and there's a dead body found in a car I own, probably would want to get home and kind of try to figure out what exactly happened.
But we should also say the way this car was discovered, that it was parked up in the Hollywood Hills, and just
left there for 3 days.
And if it's left for more than 3 days, it can be towed as an abandoned vehicle. And that's exactly what happened. It was towed to a police tow yard, and the staff there smelled something rank, opened the trunk, and discovered the body in a bag, body parts in a bag. Now, Teslas are very sophisticated cars.
Right.
And there have got to be pictures, you would think, because there are
cameras all over it. And
that's what I was about to say. He did all this in a Tesla. He is stupid. He couldn't even get him a hoopty. He couldn't even go get him a hoopty, Chantel. What's up, Cyrus? He couldn't even, Oval Queen, what's going on? What's up, Ryan? He couldn't even get him a hoopty. He got a car with all type of, man, listen. They gonna know that he would, guys, it's just a matter of time before they pick him up. Let's see, how old is David? He's 20 years old. His genres are alternative, indie, and rock. So that's his type of music, guys. Alternative, indie, rock. Okay. And he was born in Queens, New York. So he's from Queens. Let me see his Instagram. Let's see his Instagram. He got over 2 million followers. Wait, let's. Oh, real quick for people that look, for people that just came in, this is what he doing at his shows, man. Hold on. See the casket? See the casket? This is at his shows, guys. He bring out the casket and everything. This is some weird stuff, bro. Look at this. They bringing the casket into the show. And he has a song with her first name. Bruh. This got to be the craziest. Look at his guys, look at his picture. Hello Kitty. Yo, this dude is weird, yo. Freaking David. Guys, David. Hey, David weird, bro. He got a hello. I know. He met her when she was 12, they said. Yeah, he bring a casket to the shows. Let me see. Look at this. Let me see. What is this? He's in a North American tour. Wait a minute. Europe. Let me see. What is today? The 18th. Let's see where he's at now. Oh, he is coming to Virginia. Let me see this. Yep, September 15th. He was just up there in Oregon. And he was in Washington just recently. Yeah, he all over the place. He doing shows and stuff. I never heard of him. Let me see what this about. I guess this is supposed to be him with the afro and her with the pigtails. This dude is weird. Weird. This dude is weird as fuck. Y'all hear me? Is that he? Because he was look little pig girls. He chilling with somebody little pigtails. That dude is weird, yo. David, you weird, man. Straight up. Look at him. He paint his nails. Yeah, he needed man. Shit, man. Man, leave the cats alone. His nails is black. Look how he holding his phone. No man holds their phone like that. Okay. I do not hold my phone like that to take a picture. And he rainbow at that. He got that's how you hold. Nobody holds their picture like hold their phone like that. That's zesty. Look, now I'm sounding like Dane Dash. Yo, I'm from Harlem, B. We don't hold our phone like that. You know how with your index over you don't do that. You do it a certain way, you know. You don't hold your phone. That's how women hold their phone. Yeah, he's zesty. Zesty weirdo. So let's see. Yeah, he weird. Messing with the cats. Let's see. He in the anime. He's short too. And he like 120 pounds. And what's this? Oh, she better be careful hanging with David. He got people at his shows, man. So he was somebody. Yeah, he's somebody, guys. I just didn't know who he was. Let me see. Yeah, she probably skated on this. David would have her in the front, messing with David, allegedly. Look at the show, guys. He had some people there, man. Look at the Hello Kitty. I told y'all he liked Hello Kitty. I see you got a Hello Kitty hoodie on. Told you. He likes Hello Kitty. He's ambiguous. That's what it is. He's sexually ambiguous. See his black fingernails? That's his girl right there. He lucky. That was July. She probably in on it. I don't know. Look how short he is, dog. See how you can see how short you can tell by his pants he's short. He says smile if you're horny. Yeah, he definitely went both ways. He either went both or he went try ways any damn way. Yeah, there's some weird stuff with these kids, man. See it right there. It says gay. Told y'all. Right there. She lucky she alive. She lucky she alive. He, never mind. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. Look at him being zesty. Look. Hey, David. Hey, girl. Hey, David. Hey, girl. She lucky to be alive right here, this one. Oh, my God. He hanging out. Look at it. See this? That's where you get inspiration. Oh, Lord. Shout out to Jaden, though. Smith. Look at him. Hey, David. He said, sounds gay. I'm in. Look, I told y'all. Look, look, I told you. It says, let me see if I can make this bigger. It says, sounds gay. I'm in. I told y'all. Hey, David. Hey, girl. Hey, David. Hey, girl. It is your world, honey. I had to do it to him. I had to give him the hey, girl. Hey, David. Hey, girl. I haven't done that in a while, Ryan. Hey, David. Hey, girl. Yeah, he's a girl. There you go. That's how you gotta say it. Look at his shirt. Yo, shout out to David. I mean, no, don't shout out to David. It says sounds gay. I'm in. I told y'all. Oh my God, David. She lucky to be here. This one here. He said album done. Smiley face. His album is done. And what is this? Love you with a heart. Loving who though? Oh, her? Okay. She lucky to be alive. Yeah, she definitely lucky to be alive. This one. All right. Here's my assessment on David. It's definitely he gonna get arrested. And it could be a situation if he did do this, maybe he didn't want it getting out that he was messing with somebody that was like 12, 13 years old. And that's the best way he know to do it. But that was his car. His car was found in Beverly Hills, folks. His car was found in Beverly Hills, abandoned. They took it to the yard. Some of the workers smelled something. They opened up the front of the Tesla and found the body dismembered. Somebody going to jail. David, you going to jail, man. That's just my word. You going to jail, David. I'm telling you, going to jail. If you listening right now, David, somebody listening right now, I gotta be somebody. If you listen, please share this to David. David, you're going to jail. And I follow legal cases over here. And we're gonna follow your trial. David, you're going to jail. That's the bottom line for murder. Did you not think you was gonna get caught? Did you not think so? She lucky to be alive too. This one. Look at him. See the Tesla? Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, there's a Tesla right there. Chantel, you see it? Chantel, look at the Tesla, man. He's in the Tesla right now. Oh my God. David. Look at the drink. It's called Super Gay. You see the drink? Oh my. Hey, David. Hey, girl. It is your world, honey. It's your world, girl. It's your world, honey. I know he have a new album coming out, but he going to jail. No surrender. He going to jail. I know you follow David, don't you? I could feel it. He going to jail though. No surrender. I'm just telling you this. I follow legal cases over here. He going to jail. I don't give a damn. He got an album coming out. He going to jail. Okay. He gonna be right up there in LA County jail. Talking about he's super gay. He gonna be right up there. He might be wanting to go up there. He gonna be right. You said David is apologizing about everything. Listen, he can. I knew you followed David. He can apologize for everything. That girl is dead. Now, who did it? If he's cooperating with authorities, then that's fine. Just to figure out who did this to this girl. But he didn't report his car missing. I hope he wasn't driving the car because you know that car is super intelligent. It takes pictures of everything. It takes 3D pictures of everything. So if you get out the car, it's going to find you. I mean, it's going to take a picture of you. I know he apologized for everything, but the thing is, why is he going to the show with caskets? That's out of pocket. That's out of pocket. Okay, I've been following this for the past 3 days and I'm getting upset. David was young and made mistakes. Listen, I understand that. But he needs to tell the authorities what happened. If he didn't do it, that's fine. That's fine. Because everybody is innocent until proven guilty, no surrender. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. Okay? But he needs to tell somebody what happened. That's his Tesla, and she was found dismembered, a 14-year-old girl. This is crazy. Now, he also has a song with her first name. He made a whole song about her. It's her first name. Now, there's a whole Discord server of them on Discord, talking on Discord and stuff like that. And when she was 12 years old, dating David, it's crazy. I mean, he can apologize for making mistakes. That's fine. But did he do this or not? Who did this? Yeah, Sentry mode. Yeah, they have Sentry mode, Ryan, on the Tesla. And with Sentry mode, like if somebody bump your Tesla to start recording. and you'll get alert on your phone. Which is the best car to camp in if you're gonna camp in one. That's the best one. They even make air mattresses to uh just for the Tesla. We'll get back to that. Just so that I need to make another video for people up at because I'll be seeing it, man. Like, well, let's get back to David real quick. Like I said, I know David, he gonna have a lot of because he has a lot of supporters, guys. He does. He does. A lot of people love his music. Listen, if he didn't do it, they did say that he is cooperating with the authorities. They said that. Okay, so maybe he didn't do this. You said David said he turned his cameras off on the Tesla by mistake. Oh my God, this is getting worse. Are you serious? He turned the cameras off by mistake. No surrender. No surrender. This is getting worse, and you know it. Okay, no surrender. You follow David, right? Let me ask you a question. Hey, what's up, YouTube Unfolded? I know YouTube Unfolded. Like, what are you talking about now, David? David, YouTube. We got a case. But let me ask you this, no surrender. I'm not putting you on the spot. Let me ask you this. What do you think happened here? You don't have to go into just a few words to let us know. Because a lot of us know surrender. We have not been following David, to be fair. But you've been following David. So a lot of us, we want to know, like, how did he turn his cameras off the car by mistake? Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because I test driven a Tesla. In order for you to turn it off, you got to go deep into the settings to turn Sentry mode off. You said, honestly, David seems guilty, to be honest, but I don't want him to flee. Okay, you don't want him to flee. Damn, you even think so, huh? No surrender. You said, honestly, David seems guilty. So man, you surprised me. I thought you were going to say something else. You said, I feel really bad for that girl. Yeah, let me play a little bit more with TMZ, but they said she about 14 years old at the time. Let's see. Let me get off his Instagram. Oh, and also I'm waiting for if he's gonna update his Instagram at all. That's what I was waiting for. I heard that there's no activity right now, but we'll see. But remember, he is still doing shows. So he's still on the road. So we'll see what happens. So let me go to.
We know that the Tesla has a lot of information. There's data that the police can get. They actually have to subpoena Tesla to get that information. As this investigation is rolling along, that's something that they are going to do if they haven't already.
You could at least see who dropped that car off.
Who was driving it? Perhaps you might be able to see who put the body parts
in the trunk.
into the trunk.
Also,
Yeah.
I thought one thing that was really interesting is that the car was not reported missing. So presumably David knew who was maybe driving this car. Maybe he didn't know that his car was missing.
Well, not missing, but stolen. It was
stolen.
It was not stolen.
Reported
Not
stolen.
reported
Right.
So you would imagine that he has some idea of who had this car last. And like you guys mentioned, it doesn't seem like he's spoken to police yet. You think he would really want to get in front of it. And I hope now that the family, maybe they have some closure of Celeste, now that they know exactly what happened to her, you know, maybe they can somehow get more answers because they deserve that.
Yeah, and we don't know. The cooperation is an interesting issue. We can't tell you the level of cooperation.
Right.
And it's just a little bit murky, and we don't want to overstate what we know, but we have told you what we do know. And it seems like the police are on a trail where they may well be able to figure something out.
Yeah.
Okay. It's interesting that they mentioned the Tesla. Okay, so for people that have Teslas, I've never had a Tesla. I've only test driven Teslas because I'm thinking everybody know I'm trying to get me one. I'm going to get me one eventually. But they do have because they did a demo for me before I drove. He said, look, this thing has cameras all the way around. It's recording you right now. I said, really? He said, yeah, it's recording you. And he said, if you get out, it's recording. And then it goes into sleep mode. But if something bump it or something, it start recording again. You said David didn't like when she messed around with guys like Gus. Wow. So what's up with, so what happened with that? You said he didn't like when she messed around with guys like Gus. Interesting. So what's up with, what's the story on Gus? No surrender. You said I've only seen the cam videos showing 360. Yeah, it is cool. She was with David since she was 12. Yeah, well, who is Gus? Like you said she was messing with somebody named Gus. And he probably got jealous or something like that, you think? Well, they can't arrest him yet, Beauty. They have to make sure their T's are crossed, I's are dotted. Gus was sleeping with her also. Damn. Is Gus also, is he like an artist? If so, what is his name? Yeah, he met her YouTube when she was 12. David found out about Gus and her sleeping around on him. So then, so he don't, you think he may have did this in a, allegedly did this in a jealous rage? Wow. Her male family members need to handle him. You said Gus is known and he is grown too. Oh damn, Gus is known too. So he must be an artist, Gus. This might have been a rage situation. Because he wasn't, I heard, now let me ask you this, No Surrender. Did he openly date her? Because from the stuff that I've seen, he did this out in the open. Well, the girl's mother, Chantel, she knew about him, but she never met him. She knew that her daughter was dating somebody, she said, named David. Okay. Yeah, she was missing for a year. He paid, wait a minute, he paid to own her from her sister and I heard that, No Surrender. No Surrender. I heard this. I heard that she may have gotten pimped out. I've heard this. Yeah, she might. Chantel, it could be a situation where her mother, everybody gonna get locked up if they don't flee to Mexico. If they don't sit up here and flee. Hey, Sharice. Yeah, I forgot to tell you guys that. Thank you. Uh, thank you, No Surrender, for bringing that part up. Okay, guys. So this takes a little twist. So No Surrender knows something here. He or she knows a little something about the case. So guys, her sister and her mother could get arrested too. And they're thinking that her sister may have been pimping her out. And he may have allegedly got into a jealous rage because she's messing with somebody allegedly named Gus. And this is she's not the I heard somebody else, because when I had made that other video, somebody hit me up on Instagram and said the same thing. That's why I know No Surrender is not trolling. Somebody else said that, like, yo, Max, is more to the story, man. Because she might have been, you know what I'm saying, trying to get him jealous and all that. I said, wait a minute. But do you know how old this girl is? He said, yeah. He said he said he dated her out in the open. It's the autopsy going on right now. Yes, the mom came out and said she knew of David, but she never picked him up. Max said the mom knew because David would pick the girl up in a Tesla, and they went to the movies, and the mom never saw her again. Yeah, but she also said she knew of David. What's going on, Kai? Nicole? Okay. So, okay, this is some strange shit here. God, this is a strange case we following. But the crazy thing is he got a huge following and a young following too. And when anytime you mention his name, they will hit you up, because they hit me up on Instagram. And the person's like, listen, I know you're gonna be talking about the case and all that, but this wasn't out in the open. We knew about her. I said, well, wait, really? He didn't keep this on the low? He said no. A lot of people knew, and then now somebody saying she was messing with Gus, and now he might have got upset that she was messing with Gus. And I ain't gonna lie to you, even though he's older, he looks young. He might have had that young mentality. He looked young. You know what I'm saying? Not that it makes it any better, because she's 14. Let me see what else they're saying. But yeah, guys, people are coming out. Somebody did hit me up about it.
Patrick from Atlanta here. There are way too many questions to be asked with this story here now. One of the things is, how does a person that's been missing since April 2024 be found today, dismembered in the back of a truck? But now we know extra things, like there's too close of a degree of separation from the victim and David here. They both have matching tattoos. So, I mean, of course, there's some kind of, connection there. What does it mean to be, cooperating with the cops? Like you said.
Okay, let me just say this real quick. Yes, they have matching tattoos on the same finger that says shh, SHH. Okay, he does have a song with her name on it, and now all of a sudden he bringing caskets to the shows he do. You said Rihanna has the same tat, so that ain't nothing. She do got the same tat that says shh. So maybe he did that because of her. But obviously David is a hey girl. He is. He's ambiguous. And Maxwell only heard of David 4 months ago when he face planted on stage, and I forgot about him in between. It's just weird. Well, Diddy Docket, we got another case over here. David. Now, this case is going to be in Los Angeles. So I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to get to Los Angeles. He made the song Romantic Homicide on her. No, stop. No surrender. Are you serious? He made a song called Romantic Homicide on her birthday. The tattoo means you keep secrets. Yeah, because she was like 12 when he met her. Like, can you keep a secret? We're together now. Oh my God, this is crazy. You mean to tell me, wait a minute now. No surrender. Romantic homicide on her birthday? Cutie, this might Cutie, man. What's going on? This might be a crazy case right here. You said that came out before she died? Cutie, you know who David is? This is my first time hearing about David, man. He was a minor when he met her. Okay. So how old was he when he met her? Because she was 12. That don't make it no better. It's called statutory. He was a minor when he met her. Okay. It was made on her birthday, but was she still alive when he made it? No surrender. When it first came out, was she still alive? She was 11. Oh, wow. That makes it worse. Wait. She was okay. She was alive when that song came out. Romantic Homicide. You said no excuse. She never hit over 16. Yeah, it's too large of an age gap. Oh, the song came out in 23. Okay. David is 20. David is currently 20 years old, and he's from Queens, New York. And he does alternative indie rock. A lot of people know him. He was born David Anthony Burke. Okay, so interesting. I had to pause for a minute because you guys are coming in and you telling me a lot of stuff that I didn't know. Because a lot of people knew him and he has a lot of supporters. He does. Like I told you guys, people hit me up on Instagram. 2 people did. One person said she was 19 years old and she's been following him and she likes his music and all that stuff. And she said, well, something about the girl messing with another man. Okay. You said, Max, did he or not live in 5 to 6 houses down from her? If true, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he did. He didn't live too far. That's what somebody told me. He ain't lived too far from her, but I'm not sure if it was 4 to 5, 6 houses down. You said he grew up in Texas, not New York. Well, yeah, he was born in New York. He was born in Queens, but it said origin Texas. That's correct. Yep, Houston, Texas. I forgot to mention that. Thank you. No surrender. Um, like I said, guys, like what's gonna happen is they still doing the investigation because they just can't go arrest him without probable cause. They can't. They got to take their time with it. But I do know, guys, them Teslas. Now somebody now hold on. No surrender said he disabled the cameras by accident on the Tesla on its Sentry mode because the Teslas they're always recording. They can use the lyrics in court, but they got to have probable cause before they arrest them. Yeah, young folks know him. That's why we're getting educated right now in the chat. No surrender is educating us right now. You said they waiting until the show in Cali. Yeah, so like I said, no surrender is educating us on different things right now about this because us old folks didn't know who David was. I think Cutie might have known who he was. She live out there. Sharice, did you know who David was, Sharice? I done a little bit of research, like all I could do, but I'm mainly following the case part of it. But now I'm going to go a little deeper into his life to find out what happened here. But guys, as it stands right now, if you don't know, the body was found in his Tesla, and he did not report the Tesla stolen. The Tesla was just abandoned in Beverly Hills. Yeah, it was hot. You said out there, but she's been missing for. Oh, the interesting though, Cutie, how long you think she had passed away? Because how long she been gone missing for? I know, me too, YouTuber for this first time. So we're gonna figure it out because we're gonna follow this situation. You said it's sad, bro. He was one of my favorite artists. There you go. See, there's some people coming in. So, Kiru San. So, how do you feel? Like, I know you're saying it's sad and all that, but let me just say this real quick. Let me just say this so we can back up for a minute because we do have some of his supporters coming in. He is innocent until proven guilty. He has not been charged with anything. Let me just correct this. He has not been charged with anything. I'm saying it's not looking good, but he has not been charged with anything. It could be a possibility that somebody he else knew did this, but they did say that he is cooperating with authorities. So I have to say that. So I don't want nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because you got some supporters in here, guys. He's like, what's his name? Ex Tentacion. He had the effect with them people like that. I'm doing my research on it. A lot of people like, oh my God, I can't believe this. You remember when Ex Tentacion passed, how them kids were? That's how they are with David. They really get into their artists, man. You said there was another case I wanted to ask you. All right. Well, let me know if you let me know the case because I'm always looking. The case is still in progress, so we're gonna have to wait. Um, you thought it was two? How long she been missing for? His fans will know. They going ain't no surrender. How long has she been missing? They'll tell us right now. Yeah, okay. No surrender. See, I did know that. He was a follower of XXX Tentacion. And guys, let me tell y'all something real quick about XXX Tentacion. XXX Tentacion, you see how like David is like he's kind of like not punkish, but they got their own style. That's how X was. X had a huge cult following. He did. And a lot of artists branched off from XXX Tentacion. They did. They did. You know, that ambiguous, like gothic kind of lifestyle, it came from X Tentacion. Even though we know that Nikki Sixx and them used to do it back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But this is their own version of what Nikki Sixx and them used to do. It's that emo style, but it's big. But let me tell you all this, real no surrender. If you didn't know this, let me give you some history real quick. That emo style has been going on. It happened in my generation. It happened back in the 80s, like with Nikki Sixx and all of them. You know, but X took it to a different level, you know, the like because Nikki Sixx been wearing nail polish. This ain't nothing new. They've been doing it. But you guys and your generation, you have made it, yeah, like punk rock, but you guys have made it your own style, which is okay. I'm not knocking the style. But I'm just saying that, you know what I'm saying, you made your own style with it. You actually took the style and remixed it and did your own thing with it. So I'm not kind it's kind of similar, but you guys kind of made it a little different. Um that's why I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I like XX Tentacion. I did listen to his music. I did. And I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. Cutie, remember this. He used to come into the chat. He used to come in my chat. Now I know y'all like, what are you talking about? You remember doing the Umar Johnson thing back in 2020, back in whatever it was? He used to come into the chat. And he used to have that same avatar he used to have, that cartoon avatar with his one part of his hair black and the other blonde, other with gold or whatever it is. He used to come into the chat. Let me tell you how. I was talking to somebody that used to be in this cult back in the day. And guess who used to be in the cult? XXX Tentacion's mother. This is back in the 80s. His mother grew up in a cult. It was called Yahweh Ben Yahweh. Okay. Yeah, XXX Tentacion's mother grew up in a cult called Yahweh Ben Yahweh. And I started covering, I did a whole thing on it. Then this dude with that avatar started coming in here. And a lot of people say, yo, Max, I think that's him. I think that's X. And guess what? When he passed away, I got an eerie feeling he never came back again. After he passed away, that avatar has never been seen again. And he knew Umar. He used to talk about him. He used to talk about him, yo. So I just wanted to say that X has been around. X used to have burner accounts. And if people didn't know back in the day, he used to have burner accounts with his avatar, but he used to change it into another name. But his fans knew it was him because he used to have a lot of burner accounts. He was heavy on the internet. Okay, so she was missing since 2024. She was dating David. She would be exposed she would be exposed to the public, meaning that somebody should have reported about her. But yeah, man, that's the history on X Tentacion. If she was pregnant, was the baby by David or Gus? We don't know. It could be a situation where he didn't want it coming out because his career, he just blew up. He blew up now. He didn't want to mess his career up. Was she pregnant though, guys? Do y'all know for sure? You said the romantic homicide is pretty deep lyrics. He do have a great voice. He does. Oh man, he was already big. Ring of Thieves. His shows were sold out. He was already big. And he kind of reminded me, he had that look like, how like X Tentacion used to look, with that little style they got. That's how he was. You said, I think she has the ride. That's why he didn't want to. Okay. You said that, but see, you hear this cutie right here? He said, no, Serena said David didn't like her messing with Gus. Yo, what's the Gus name? No surrender. How do I hold? Let me look. Let me look real quick. How do I look up Gus? Wait a minute. What, she met up with Gus in the ride and he did it? I don't know because a lot of people saying she was messing with Gus. Cutie, cutie, you know who Gus is? He's like an artist too, huh? Or something like that. We gonna get educated before it's all said and done on what's going on here. She didn't like to have exes with Gus, and Gus was mad too. What was the evidence do they need? They trying to get to the bottom of it because he may not have done it. He may not have done this. Could have been somebody else. Yeah, he's at the peak of his career. Yeah, he did have four. I read into that he had Fortnite collabs, which is literally his dream and shit. And through it, yeah, he did have the Fortnite collabs. Yep. Hell no, I don't know. So that is, I'm going off the messages. Got to wait for forensics. We got to see because maybe he didn't have nothing to do with this. Maybe somebody else had his car and then she went missing. And he just wanted to keep his mouth shut. I don't know. You said what was he doing to mine? See, these guys, man, and that whole music genre, they do that shit, man. It's almost like history repeating itself again. Remember back in the 60s, they used to do that. So I don't know, man. It's oh, she said Gus was mad at her. Uh-oh, so we gonna have to let me see. How can I find this dude, Gus? Let me see. Let's see. I think I found him. He looked mad young his damn self. What is going on? Yeah, I'm gonna have to digress on this one. What the fuck? These kids growing up too damn fast. Sorry about that. Yeah, around the Airbnb spots, cutie, up in Beverly Hills. Yeah, the lyrics, they're gonna have to tie the lyrics in as of right now. They can't arrest him on just lyrics and tats and all that. They have to literally tie him to it. Yeah, they do record. Even when the car is never off. YouTube Unfolded. It's never off. So like when he opened the front, it'll start recording. But he claims that he turned the cameras off by mistake. Yeah, they got text messages. Yeah, so there's a lot going on with this particular case here. Let's see what else. Let me go. I got to come back, guys. I have to come back with that 3-Eye Atlas stuff. You know, that comment. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Y'all ain't gonna believe when I tell you. There's like 12 comments all here at the same damn time, man. 12. Danny just now telling us this. And you know the crazy thing is when they told me, when they showed the picture, the dot, a 3-Eye Atlas moving, I said, wait a minute, there's something else moving. But they never said nothing about that. Those were other comments. There's a bunch of them here at the same time. Ain't that crazy? One already reached perihelion already. And one just whizzed by us the other day. Did y'all know that? Just whizzed right by us. I'm talking about an asteroid. Whizzed right by our planet, yo. They ain't even tell us. But anyway, we'll get back to that. So I'm gonna have to get to that later because that thing, that thing is growing. The bubble around the thing is now it's half the size of the damn sun. It's real big. But we'll get to that later. Okay, here we go. We'll come back to that on another one. Live chat tonight.
Earlier, why would you still continue to go on tour when something big like this is happening? You know, we really need answers. The family deserves these answers. There's way too many gaps in this story, and I think we're gonna get there.
Yeah, I think the cops are onto something.
Yes. Big surprise from Cardi B, or maybe not.
But I think it's a twofer.
Yes.
It's a twofer.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Hey, everybody, how are you doing?
Ever. He's the president.
All right. So let me see what else is going on. See if there's any new developments here. Let's see. See if there's anything. See if they got any other news on this. You said that C19. Oh, okay. It did F people up. I don't know if her parents contacted the police. It's crazy.
Found dead inside of the trunk of a Tesla registered to the singer David. Investigators now say that the victim, Celeste Rivas, reported as a runaway last year, had not been seen since. Eyewitness news reporter Sophie Flay live now in the Hollywood Hills where the car was abandoned. Sophie.
Mark, a devastating discovery. And that singer David has been performing on tour throughout this investigation. Law enforcement told us previously that he was cooperating. And in fact, David was supposed to perform tonight in Seattle, but it appears that that show has since been canceled. The human remains found inside this impounded Tesla in Hollywood have been identified as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, according to the LA County Medical Examiner, the same young woman from Lake Elsinore who was reported missing last year. Eyewitness News has learned she ran away from home a few times and returned. She last ran away in the spring of 2024 and had not been heard from since. People who work and live in the Hollywood Hills where the Tesla was abandoned are in disbelief. They identified the woman this morning. She's a 15-year-old girl.
Didn't know that. First time hearing about it.
That Tesla is registered to 20-year-old singer David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke. This all started when the abandoned car was taken to a tow yard in Hollywood. The employees there said a foul smell was coming from the car. Police discovered decomposing human remains wrapped in a bag that we now know belonged to Rivas. Eyewitness News has learned she was found wearing a tube top, black leggings, a yellow metal bracelet, and metal stud earrings. She also had a tattoo on her right index finger that said, "Shh."
I really hope the person gets caught. Feel really bad for, I guess, their family, the victim's family. I don't know, I hope there's some justice after all of this.
The singer has not made any public comments about the case, but he is on a world tour and has continued performing throughout this investigation. He's known for his songs Romantic Homicide and Here With Me.
All right.
A dozen LAPD investigators took a computer and other items from this Hollywood home just a block away from where an abandoned Tesla was found with a dead teenager in the trunk. Police spent hours at the home on Dehaney Place, placing several evidence bags into an SUV. Several homeowners say they remember seeing that distinct Tesla for a while. First parked in front of the house police searched today, then at two different spots on the street.
It's a little weird to see a car that I haven't seen here for a long time. Had a big dent on it, had a Texas plate on it.
That abandoned Tesla was towed earlier this month, and workers at a Hollywood tow yard noticed a foul odor and found decomposed human remains wrapped in a garbage bag inside the car. We now know the young woman found dead was 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, according to the medical examiner, the same teen who was reported missing from Lake Elsinore last year. At a corner store in town, the owner recalled her coming in often.
She always quiet, nice. She come in like if she buy like a chips, soda, and leave. Sometimes she come with a friend from the neighborhood.
Eyewitness News has learned Rivas had run away from home a few times. She was last reported missing in spring of 2024. Medical examiner hasn't determined her cause of death, but part of the police investigation will be speaking to the owner of that Tesla, a musician who goes by David. His real name, David Anthony Burke, from Houston, Texas.
All right, so they searched the house and everything, took computers. Yeah, it's getting worse for him right now. It's a matter of time. He also has canceled his show. So yeah, man, it's a matter of time at this point now, guys, for him to get arrested. "19-year-old car Thompson thought she would just run a quick errand for the gas she has encountered with a Stranger in an SUV. Oh, it's another story too that I'm following. This lady went and had an interview at the Cracker Barrel, and she ended up getting kidnapped at the Cracker Barrel. And she said the interview was, they were acting strange at the interview, and she ended up being kidnapped, right? And put in a freezer. It's called a reefer, trailer, tractor trailer. And the trailer got pulled over, and the cops somehow searched the truck and found her duct taped and everything, and whole kidnap. And this came from the Cracker Barrel. They was asking her. She said they were asking her during the interview that she's a organ donor, or she's like, what? Just to work at a Cracker Barrel? Am I an organ donor? And then there's also a situation where 2 people got found hanging from a tree in Mississippi. It's just crazy out here. It's crazy, man. It's a lot. Yeah, 2 people hanging from a tree, and they found them hanging the same day. But they reported it was only one at the college, but then there was another one hanging the same day. That's a lynching, if you ask me. Yep, the one student and one homeless found hanging the same day. That's a lynching. Okay. Yeah, 2 in the same day hanging. They used to call that strange fruit back in the day. And another thing is, that's why I don't call nothing a picnic. You know where that came from? Picnic, the word picnic. I remember somebody said, "Hey, let's have a picnic." All right, cool. Well, I'm not going. This happened at my old job one time. It was like, "Hey, we should throw a picnic." I'm like, I ain't going to that. You mean a cookout? I might consider a cookout, but I ain't going to no picnic. She's like, "What's the difference?" I said, um, back in the day, they used to say we're gonna have a picnic. That was short for pick a nigga. You pick a nigga and have some food and watch him hanging off from a tree. And that wasn't even that far. That wasn't even that long ago. That's why some of these old people, they need to go ahead and get up out of here from the stuff they used to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They used to have like cookouts called picnics and watch him hanging while they be eating around and having a good old time. That's some real like dark part of our history. It's craziness. I remember the owner from the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, got caught in a picture harassing some kids that was trying to get into his school that was desegregated. Ain't nobody said no more about that. A leopard don't lose their spots. I don't care. A leopard never lose their spots. You said 100 Years of Lynching is a book. It's still going on apparently. You said the homeless man was okay, but people are saying no. Yeah, they probably saying that to cover it up, cute. I don't believe them. Because first they said the student died in the dorm room. That's what they told his family. He died in the dorm room, and then they found out that he was on a tree. So look, we don't know what to believe. Or maybe he was YT cutie, and they thought he was just light skinned, but he was really YT. They could have had him mistaken. I don't know. But let me tell you something. There's a spot up in Virginia. When I first moved to Virginia, we was going out into the country, way out into the country. And I was rolling with my cousin at the time. He said, "Look, over and down that street, you don't want to get caught down that street." I said, why? He said, that's where the Klan be having their rallies at. And he said, if we come back tonight, he said, I think it's around that time of the month, we might see a cross burning. Guys, I saw a cross burning. We ran into it. It was off the distance from the road. We saw the cross burning. The Klan was out there. The Klan is still around. Now, the Klan, you think they rednecks and all that ain't got no jobs on a farm? No, some of them are police officers, some are doctors. You got doctors that's in the Klan. You said, Max, did you know that there was another girl found on the Honda Civic car the next day after the girl was found in the Tesla? They're not related. I know it could be the work of somebody else. Could be a serial killer. And they just happen to steal David's car. Yeah, they ain't all hillbillies. Some of them are cops. Some of them are judges. Some of them are doctors. Some of them in the military. They're in all facets of our life. Let me put y'all up on something real quick. This is between me and you, because we're already a minute 33, hour 33 in the show. If you brother and sister, if you happen to go to the doctor and you got pressure issues, and they I don't know if I could say it. I'm gonna have to say it. I'm gonna have to say this in a closing. I don't know if I could say this because I found something out. I don't know if I could say it here. This could get me deleted. All right, so let me just say this. There was a friend of mine. He was saying, yo, man, my feet be hurting all the time. I said, word? I said, why your feet be hurting? He said, man, the doctor put me on this medicine and now my feet be hurting. I said, is it a little pink pill? He said, he looked at me and said, yeah. I said, is it begin with a L? He said, yeah, what's up, man? How you know that? I said, get off of it. I said, that's why your feet hurting. I said, they give us all that. I said, that stuff take 20 years off your life and it mess your kidneys up. He said, are you serious? I said, I'm dead ass. And did you know when he got off that little pink pill, his feet stopped hurting? And I said, watch this. The doctor is going to tell you that it's not the pill that's causing your feet to hurt. Remember, I said that. And the doctor told him that. And then I said, I want you to go do some research for yourself. Go do some deep research. You're going to find that pill is related to people feet hurting. And look, I told him this is what the doctor going to tell you as well, that there's no credible sources to that study. And they're going to tell you that. And I said, by law, the doctor has to take you off that medicine. Just say that you're allergic. And once you say that, the doctor got to take you off and they put you on the and then I tell him to get you this one right here because to get you off of it. I said, did you know that they a lot of these they not really doctors? He said, yo, expound on that. I said, that's not a doctor that you saw. That's a practitioner. You didn't see a real full-fledged doctor. I said the reason why is because there's a shortage of doctors right now. A lot of people don't know that. I say you have to ask their title. A lot of them are not doctors, some of them. Right, don't take it. Cutie, right. But see, he didn't know no better. He didn't know. And I said for our demographic, that particular pill is not good for us. He never had a problem with his feet ever again. So each one teach one, man. If you ever find something out, keep that knowledge and pass it on. Then they just randomly like, man, how you know? I said, because I know a lot of people that had it. Brother took it and everything else. But yeah, the doctors, not all of them are doctors. There's a shortage of doctors right now, actually. And it started happening because a lot of doctors were, that's one of the most stressed out positions that you can have, is being a physician. That and police officer. High suicide rate. Did y'all know that? High suicide rates for police officers and physicians. They're under a lot of pressure and they always getting sued for malpractice. So keep that in mind. You got to know you got to know something when you go in there. You got to know something. You got to do your research. You heard something about the homeless people in the Honda. Yeah, something is up, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But for sure, they're investigating the case. Like I said, he's innocent until proven otherwise. But guys, it don't look good for him though. Like he was in a relationship with her allegedly. They got messages on Discord. I don't know if I believe what was shown to me. I don't know. Romantic homicide. That was one of his hits. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the song. I'm not saying the song is related to the murder. I mean, that's just a catchy, romantic homicide. It's even though it sounds crazy, but it's catchy. I don't understand, but check me to look. His fans know. They connect with him. But I ain't gonna lie to you, he did have a nice voice. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The kid had some talent. I ain't gonna lie to you. He did have a nice voice now. I can't even hate. You said you remind me of Young Thug with the gossip. You said Young Thug? Wait a minute. I remind you of Young Thug with the gossip? Young Thug be gossiping? Yo, put me up on something, Quan. I don't know what that means. You remind me of Young Thug with the guy. Like, what does that mean though? Like, yo, you gotta hit, you just threw me for a loop. Like, give me like put me on. Like let me know. Like, damn, you must have dude, you really, I'm at loss for words on that one. You really took me. Yo, Quan, like, expound on that one, please. Like you gotta expound on it. That really cutie. Did you hear that? Did you read that? I remind him of Young Thug with the gossip. Like yo, you gonna have to explain that one because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that one. But shout out to Quan. Quan come up here every now and then. Quan, I see you every now and then. Wait a minute, Quan. Okay, yeah, you gotta let me know that one. I don't know. That you every now and then people will write something that'll get me to shut up, yo. Like like it'll give me a loss for words. That was a good one. That was a good one. Somebody else was like, just randomly, cutie. I was talking one day and I was checking my IG message as I was on here talking. The person said, yo, you know who you look like? I said, bro, don't even say it, man. Yo, you look like Red Fox, man. I'm like, all right, cool, man. I said, everybody say that. I kind of do. Like when Red Fox was younger, I kind of do. I guess because the hair color and everything. You said Fanny put out all the new. Oh, so he was gossiping on the jail calls. Is that's what they trying to say? Because I don't know what that means. You like Young Thug with the gossip. Damn. I'm like, yo, cutie. I'm like Young Thug with it. Young Thug with the gossip. You live in Los Angeles. So OPP, Val, what's going on with David, man? What you think gonna happen with David? Because it don't look good. Okay. You said say sunshine next time, Max. What's up with the sunshine? Y'all be having, I don't even know what y'all talking about. Like, it's a joke, but I don't get it. He was talking about everyone. I didn't know that. Young Thug was in jail? In the jail calls? He's sitting up there gossiping? He looked like he be gossiping. I ain't gonna lie to you. He looked like he be was that's what he was doing on the jail calls? He looked like it. He do look like he be God. He do. He do. Who made a song apologizing, T? David? It's not good right now for him, T. I'm just telling you that it's not good right now. She said, I mind a Young Thug with the gossip. Yo, that threw me for a loop, yo. Young Thug with the gossip. You said he'd be at all the parties in Los Angeles. He'd be in a group of dudes like Playboy Max that date young girls. Hold up, what's his name? Plaque Boy Max. So he be chilling with Plaque Boy Max and they all date young girls. And some dude named Gus. You said Harlem Nights, Benny. And they good. Oh man. You said with the glasses, that's hilarious. He couldn't see shit without them glasses. I know somebody with glasses like that, like them Coke bottle glasses. And you know you can get glasses where they don't have to look like that. Why they still wear them joints? I think they're like legally blind or some people that wear them type of glasses. You know who like can see a little bit? Stevie Wonder. He can see, but he's legally blind. But he can see if you coming at him, he can see you. If you close up on him, he can see you. So Stevie, if they said when Mike got mad at him, when Mike Tyson got mad at him, Stevie got up and left. So how he know to get up and leave? Stevie could see a little bit. They said Mike Tyson just started wigging out on people for no reason. Like he got mad at Jamie Foxx told the story. Like Mike just got mad with somebody. And he started getting irate and Stevie got up and still walked off, yo. So is he blind or what? No, Stevie could see a little bit. I did research on that. And they think about like he don't want to have the surgery, but if he can have the surgery, it can restore his eyesight all the way. I don't know if he want to have it though. It's kind of risky. You said David is straight up weirdo. Like, yo, I'm looking at his like Instagram and stuff. Like, yeah, man. I think a lot of his crew like young women. You know what I'm saying? You said he hangs out with Travis. Oh Lord, he hang out with Travis Scott. He kind of looked like don't he kind of look like Travis a little bit? Listen, Travis, that's another one. I think look, check this out, right? Look, I am like Young Thug with the gossip. You right about that. Yo, like Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? I did see some of his recordings. Young Thug, he knew all the shit. He giving her all the tea on the phone. But look, check this out. But look, here's the thing with me though. I'm not a tea dropper. You know what I'm saying? Do not call me a tea dropper. I give you coffee. I'm not a tea dropper, yo. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm like Dame Dash. We don't do that. We don't drop tea. Men don't drop tea. I give you the coffee. So David, okay, so what's his name? Travis Scott. I think he hypnotized people. I think he hypnotized his fans, Joe. When when I was out in VA, right, before the Travis Scotts was dropping, I tried to get out there and get me some because I want to get me 2 pairs so I could sell some, right, and make a quick flip. Yo, why was it 4:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning, people waiting outside? Because I just happened to drive by there. I said, "What y'all waiting on?" "Oh, we waiting on the shoes to drop." at 9 a.m. I said, wait a minute, it's 3 o'clock. They said, yeah, you need to sit out here now. I said, yo, I need to sit out here now. They said, yeah, if you don't sit out here now, you're not going to get no shoes, man. None. So I parked up. I sat in the car for a minute because it was only 5 people out there, right? And then it was more people starting to come, more people. I said, oh, man, I'm going to have to wait out here all night. They said, bro, you're going to have to wait out here all night. This one woman said, she said, I dreamed about having his sneakers. I was like, you ain't going to try to sell them? She's like, no, she said, I have everything at Travis Scott. She said, I dream about Travis Scott. She said, and check this out. Travis was in Japan, right? And he went on his balcony, you know, like how Michael Jackson used to do. He went on his balcony and people started fainting. The only person I ever seen that happen was for Michael Jackson. Okay. Michael, yo, there was grown ass men crying over Michael. Straight men just crying over him. Okay. You know, Michael do the little, you know, spin and all that, how he do it. Men just fall out, start crying, grown ass men. Michael used to have that effect on people. The Travis do the same thing. Travis was chanting this thing on stage and people started, this was at that Astro World thing. He was chanting something and people just started passing out. I saw it. He was chanting something. Okay. I don't know if yo, it's weird with Travis, yo. Like, so he was at Japan. So he came out on the balcony, people passing out. The police told him he had to go back in. Did you know that Travis Scott, if he just start walking the street, he'll get arrested? He can't just walk the street because he'll cite a riot. It's called inciting a riot. He has to let them know where he's going. If he can't just walk the streets, he'll straight get arrested. You say, you know, Travis. Yeah, he had a twin sister. I know. She can't go out either. Anything related to Travis is a problem. Yeah, he don't hypnotize them people, dog. He hypnotize them. And I said, why? I said, why can't I get here at 9 o'clock? They said, you get here at 9 o'clock in the morning, you ain't getting no shoes. Okay. You need to stand out here right now. And needless to say, I couldn't stand out there. Yo, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I was hungry. I just wanted to go home at that point. But I wanted them shoes, though. I said, well, can I pay somebody? Bro, the going rate is 500. I said 500. They said 500 if you want me to hold your line. It's like, fuck it, I don't need the shoes that bad. Because I just wanted to sell them. Kanye has that effect on people, too. You know what I'm saying? So I think they be like hypnotizing people. He mentioned in a post that she wanted to be with her mom and her sister. And then that post is from a friend. You said, I think Travis music is trash. Hey, it might be trash, bro. You might think it's trash. But his followers, they like zombies with him, man. They're like zombies. He started chanting. I saw him. He was chanting. And they started passing out when he was doing it. You said, me too, man. That's why you thought you saw an asteroid. That was you, cutie. I can't, cutie. You hypnotizing me. Cutie, I'm getting hypnotized. Yeah, I thought I saw an asteroid. No, I didn't see the asteroid. The asteroid passed us already. But they ain't tell us. They ain't tell us. Listen, man, that's why you got to stay on this news. There's something strange going on. I don't know what did y'all see that little spaceship? It was something in South Carolina that pulled up. And it was crazy. But they all into them underage stuff, man. because they think they're kids. The kids they think it's some weird shit, man. It really is. He probably is a follower of Travis too. He probably followed Travis music. Travis paint his nails too. He do. They all do. His paint toenails, everything. Everything is painted. And the quarterback from the Bears, he paints his nails. Yep. China, they always are. They up to something. You said when they saw the unmanned okay, but cutie, what is the unmanned object? What is it? What is it? Caleb Williams, right. But he put something on his nails so they won't get destroyed during the games. You said ring. No. What I'm saying is you said the unmanned object. What is it then? Like, why is it unmanned? Is it military? Do you think it's military doing this to us, or what do you think? Yeah, Caleb, he paints his nails. What he do is he put a certain something on him so his nails won't get ruined during the game. He been painting his nails though. He been doing it. I used to paint my nails, but I don't do it no more. I used to paint them, the clear polish. When I used to go get it's this lacquered stuff that you put on his fingernail so his fingernail polish won't mess up when he in the game. He don't care. He explains it too. He don't care. And I used to get mine with the clear polish when I get my I used to get my I haven't got my nails manicured in a long time. Cuz I'm like it's a waste of money. Like I take care of my nails regardless. You said it was you hitting switches, cutie. Damn, you got a man, that's a out of this world ship you got. I need one of those. Yeah, Caleb does it. And Caleb follows that whole crowd, that Travis Scott crowd. He follows the whole thing. I'm just saying they all have their own style. That's what I'm just saying. I saw when Caleb let me not man, I am sound like Young Thug now because that's what he was doing. He was talking about everybody. But look, check this out. So Caleb, I think it was one game they had lost the game or whatever. He said, "Son, I'm out of here." It's just the way he said it. I'm done. He was through with the whole team. I'm done. He threw his hands up. I'm done, and he just left. Come on, guys. His boys was waiting for him. They all got their fingernails painted. It's crazy. But see, I wouldn't dare, make fun of him. Man, I don't want to get knocked out with somebody got fingernail polish. That's the last thing I need. But he just, Caleb is what he is. He is what he is, man. But shout out to him, man. He's the quarterback for the Bears. Shout out to him. Shout out to Caleb, man. Yeah, these kids is different these days, man. They are. He ain't the only one. We're in a whole new world, man. They wear purses. Now we're in a whole new world when they wear purses, pocketbooks. Now, for the young people, you might see the young people don't know that we used to call them pocketbooks, cutie. They don't know that. And I told them, I said, so what are you talking about, man? I said, those are pocketbooks. And they said, what is a pocketbook? They said that to me. What is a pocketbook? I said, that's a pocketbook. I was in the mall. And I ain't even supposed to be up in this mall. I was like driving around, had dropped somebody off. And I was up in Jersey City. And I was like, oh shit, they go to the mall right there. Let me just roll up in there, see if go get me a smoothie, right? Guy, I was like, damn, that's a pocketbook. He said, what is a pocketbook? I said, that right there. He said, no, that's a handbag. I said, it's a pocketbook. I said, I want you to research. I told him, I said, I want you to put this in your phone and Google it and do a picture search. He's okay. I said, aunties, old 1960s, 70s aunties with pocketbooks at church on Easter. Go Google it. And he did, and he almost dropped his damn phone. He said, yo, this is a pocketbook. I said, I told you it's a pocketbook. That's a pocketbook. I said, that's for women. He said, yo, man, I thought it was just something. I said, bro, that's a pocketbook, man. I said, but there ain't nothing wrong. You can get you a messenger bag. He said, how about, I told him the messenger bags is fine. Okay. Because that's what I want, like a messenger bag or a book bag. But that right there, how you carry it and have your hand, and then look, and have your arms swinging. I said, that's a pocketbook. Football players, you know, big football, violent football players come into the arena with pocketbooks, the arms swinging. So, like I said, we have entered a new dimension, Ryan. We have. They clutching them. Listen, we have entered a new dimension, and I figure we on this lifetime, we're in a new timeline. Because everything feels different. And I'm not the only one that feel that way. It feels weird. Okay? It feels weird out here. And I'm not the only one. It feels weird. Listen, it feels weird out here, yo. You know the crazy thing is, women are aggressive out here because did you know? Look, I don't know if y'all know this. I don't even want to say this too loud. Do you know it's a shortage of men out here? Did y'all know that? Because a lot of them locked up, a lot of them died prematurely, and a lot of them switch hitting. Which I ain't nothing wrong with. That's how you get down. I'm not saying I'm not knocking how somebody get down. But yeah, man. It is. If you're a single man, you might want to go step out every now and then. You don't even got to step out. Just go hang outside. Go to New York or something. You'll see what I mean. That's what they're saying. The rest of them married. And there's a one look. I'm not gonna say who this guy is because he's a content creator. And he listens to me. I know he does, but hell, they about to find out right now. If they get mad, they get mad. So what? Guys, this dude, him and his wife been together for over 30 some years, right? And he got a new wife now. Because now they're polygamous, right? Look, now they polygamous, right? And his wife got a problem with it. But look, she's saying that she don't have a problem with it. She's saying that. She said, y'all in my business and this and that. Y'all all in my business and this, and y'all telling me why do I got to address it? Because I feel like we have to address it because it's public and that's what we do and this and that and blah, 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 blah. She went on for about 15 minutes. She mad. That's why. Why do you care what other people think? If y'all in a loving polygamous relationship, just so be it. Why you have to address it? The reason because she mad about it. That's why. She acting like she ain't mad, but she mad about it. She mad about it. She mad. Okay. No, she don't want to share her man with another woman. No, she don't. No woman don't want to do that. Let me take a poll, ladies. Press 1 if you don't mind sharing your man with another woman. Press 1. Or press 2 if you mind. But go ahead. Let's see the ones in the chat. Let's see. It ain't gonna be no ones in the chat. Because y'all ain't into that. Y'all ain't into that polygamy shit. No, y'all not. No, y'all not. Right. I know there's gonna be some twos up in here. It ain't gonna be no ones up in here. If you okay, if you got a home girl, okay, let me ask you this. You got a home girl, right? You got a good man that you have right to yourself. But your home girl ain't got nobody. Why don't you share your man with your home girl, hook your home girl up so you can have a good man too? Y'all ain't doing that. Y'all not gonna do that, man. So yes, cutie, hit me up on IG. If y'all want to know who this is, hit me up on IG and I'll give you the link so you can see her talking. Okay. She's saying that she not mad because she's saying this is how we practice. This is what we do. Okay. So y'all sitting up here saying how he doing me, you know what I'm saying? Y'all worried about how he doing me, but this is our life. And then she went on and on and on because she mad about it. That's why. And on top of it, he got somebody younger than her on top of it. And I was like, how did he pull this shit off? That's what I was trying to feel because she seemed like she ain't bothered by it, but how he pull it off because she is bothered by it. She don't been with this man, he don't been sick, this and that, don't whopped his ass, probably did this, and he was sick down with him. Been down 30 down years, been down. Now she got share her. Excuse my language, but this is how she's saying it. She got to share him with another bitch. Okay. I'm sorry for my language, but that's how she felt in her mind. That's how she feels in her mind right now. I don't know, not now a woman will share her man with another woman. I don't give a damn. Y'all been together 60 years. You ain't finna share your man with no other woman. Period. Okay? It's to death do you part. It ain't to death do you part plus one. No. I don't know not now a woman in my whole lifetime that's okay with sharing her man with another bitch. Because that's how y'all say it. Okay? Because women got problems with other women anyway. Y'all got problems because y'all competing. Y'all got problems every way anyway. Okay? So I'm just here to tell you. I'm the messenger. I'm gonna tell you, I'm being real. We real over here, cutie. You know how we talk over here. We real. Okay? She has a problem with it. I don't care what she says. Because if she didn't have a problem with it, matter of fact, man, listen, man, look, y'all already know. YouTube, let me see YouTube info. She said, listen, 20 years with mine, married 16 years. If I got seriously ill and couldn't anymore, he would get a pass. Okay, that's different, YouTube Unfolded. Well, that's different. Okay, now you don't went to an extreme. Now that's a little different. Like you got seriously ill and you don't know your name anymore. That's something different. I'm talking about you not seriously ill, YouTube Unfolded. You in your right faculty. You okay with sharing with your husband? Let me see. How long? Your husband of 20 years with another man? Yes or no? Right now. Yes or no? You said 20 years is long, and by that time, you okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, YouTube, you said, no, but see, you went to the extreme with it. Well, if I'm sick and this and that. No, we're not talking about that. We talking about you in your right faculties. Okay. No, you was not trying to do that. Look at Kia. She said, damn, Kia, should even if I got seriously ill, he better not. Hey, see? Y'all, see, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all ain't trying to do that. But this woman, guys, let me hear. I gotta play it, y'all. Man, my bad, yo. If y'all don't go, you know what I'm saying? I gotta let y'all hear this because I know she mad. Wait a minute. Hey, Nate. Wait, hold up. I'm the girl. Okay, hold on 1 second. Need a ride to the airport. Any chance you're available tomorrow at 6 p.m.? Yes, I'm available. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Okay, you need a ride to the airport tomorrow night. Give me the time and let me know when you're ready. All right, cool. That's my client. See, that's why I was telling you I'm about to get to that in a second. And she's a Cash App girl. You know, she's always traveling. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, tomorrow at 6 p.m. She got a flight at 7. Okay, cool. Yeah, I see your message. Hold on one second. Yeah, just give me the address again, and I'll pick you up at 6 p.m. All right, never mind, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna have to tell you all about that in a second. Um, let me see. You said a ride to the airport. No, that's my client. YouTube Unfolded. Like I was telling people, all you got to do is give your number out to like about 70 people, and you're gonna get calls just like that. Boom, I need to get to the airport. I need to get to the airport. Like, all right, where you at? Where you at? And boom, you take them to the airport. And then when they come back, you getting called, yo, can you pick me up tomorrow night, 8 o'clock? Boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. So now you ain't got to worry about going through that. You keep all the money. Because right here from where she at in Westfield, they charge her $80 one night. She was like, nah, yo, I'll give you 50. You do that. Boom. That's a quick $50. So that's how I do it. But see, when I'm up here in New York area, I don't have a good clientele base up here yet. In Virginia, I did. You know what I'm saying? I had a nice clientele base. But out here, I don't yet because I'm still, getting the process. But yeah, so this woman is mad. This woman is mad. Okay. She's like, yeah, she's sharing her one. And then a lot of people hit her up like, damn, he got this woman now. And are you okay, girl? This and that. And she mad about it. Y'all don't have to be asking me, am I okay? This is how me and my man, we polygamy. This, we this and that. And, some people saying, why are you addressing? Because I feel like we have to address it. And it's, she went off, man, because she mad. She mad. Oh, we got some spamming going on. You said R. Kelly. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. We got some spamming going on. What's up? Truth over emotion. So, would women prefer a man to hide his side? Okay, I'm glad you said that. Hold on, let me get Kirk out of here. He said, "Will women prefer a man to hide his side piece or keep it 100 so she knows what he wants?" See, that's what I'm all about, keeping it 100. Truth. So I'm glad you said that. What I missed. It was Armand Wiggin. You said, I don't think men. Oh, damn. Here we go with this thing again. Hold on. They get me again. All right, I got them. I don't know what y'all think. I'd rather keep 100 with it. If I can't stop cheating, I have to keep it 100. Like, look, let's be into an open relationship because we can be together, but like that, you would have to give them an option. So keeping it 100 is good. Lying is another thing. I think at this stage of my life right now, I don't mind being in just with one woman. I don't mind it. I'd rather just be with one at my age. But the crazy thing is, ain't nobody really want no relationship these days, man. Nobody don't. Nobody want one. But if I get into one, I wouldn't mind it. Find the right situation. But yeah, you got to be committed. You got to be committed. Damn, damn, you trolling me with Apple? Damn, that's crazy. They got me with Apple on YouTube. They off the hook. Oh yeah, polite. You to my brother, polite. Yeah, that was creepy what he was doing. But this truth, you know who I'm talking about. Hold up, let me damn, I don't know if I should say the person name. Because I'm not trying to diss the couple. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to diss them. but she seemed like she a little tight over it, you know, because he got him a whole new wife. Let me play it. You're gonna know who I'm talking about as soon as I start playing it.
There is nothing there that gives accountability to anybody. All you saying is I got 2, 3, 4, 5 wives, and that's it. And then what else? And then what else? The fact that you can go sleep with 2 different women, okay. That's all you got going on in your life. Oh, it's much bigger over here. Believe that, right? So we got people saying you doing Dove wrong. She been there for 27 years. How disrespectful of you and all this kind of stuff. Now, mind you, it's hilarious because these are people who are looking at internet clips.
Yeah, she a little tight, yo. Like, I respect them, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not trying to say their name. Truth, you know what I'm talking about. Because as soon as she said her name, you already knew. Like, I rock with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't want to, like, you know, be that way. I really do rock with them. And I think they watch me every now and then. So I don't want them to be like I'm trying to diss them. But I just feel like she a little tight over it. That's how I feel about it. But, you know, she could be tight over, but they probably have an understanding. Like, this is the, you know, this is the direction we going in, and that I can see because we're not in a relationship. So if they got to understand, and that's all that matters. Because every relationship got their own. It's like having a relationship. No relationship is the same. It's like fingerprints. That's how I say it. You got your own unique set of fingerprints. A relationship has your own unique set of rules. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't like getting into nobody's relationship, because everybody, even though it's still hard, YouTube, right? It's still, everybody has their own thing going on. You said if not part of the original DNA of the relationship. You said not real agreeable, just wait. So you know who I'm talking about, right? Motivation. If you heard her talking just now, I think y'all will figure out who it is. Her name is Dove. But if you go to their Instagram, listen to her full thing, you can see that she got a little stress over this because people are talking about her relationship. All right, cutie. Long time no see. I'll talk to you. Oh, you don't know who it is? Okay. Well, I'll give you the link.
Internet clips and not really involved in what's actually being said.
I'll just give you the link so you can take a look at it later, because I'm about to get off here. They that's the link right there for her talking about people. She's addressing the fact that her and her man, they're in they polygamous now, and she was just addressing people talking about them. My thing is, you ain't got to address nobody. Like, if you shit, y'all, hey man, people gonna talk. Y'all public figures, y'all, people gonna talk. But I get it. They want to address it to make sure that she's straight about it. There ain't nothing wrong. If she's straight about it, it's all good. Some people on the low, they're in polygamous relationships. A lot of rich people like that. They got different households. They maintain in 2 households. A lot of rich, wealthy people are like that. You know what I'm saying? They got 2 households they maintaining. It's been going on, man. You know, it's been going on. Yeah. So if like you said, go listen to, I'm about to get off, right? So go listen to it, right? We'll talk about it later. If you feel like she's like bothered by it, let me know. Because she's going off though. She going off on, like, you gotta think about this. When you going off on people in the comment section, you're going off on people you don't know. You see, it's kind of weird. I had to learn that. Think about this, right? If you're a content creator, you can't go off on somebody you don't know. That's why you can't, if you're a content creator, you can't worry about the not that you don't care about people comments, but you can't get uptight over people comments. Because everybody got comments, people going through different things. You don't know what the person going through that day. I'm not talking about the trolling. I'm just talking about people that genuinely are commenting. They could be just worried about her. You don't know. Oh, you follow me on Instagram? I'll be on later because I'm gonna do the space talk tonight. And I'm gonna talk about the well, let me just say this real quick. What I've been noticing, God, it's just a little crazy out here, man. I'll be at the airport at night because out here I can't drive at the airport during the day. Ain't no money. There's just too many guys. It'd be like 300 people waiting at the airport doing ride sharing. Now, don't get me wrong, Newark Airport is a busy airport, but damn, you gotta do the math. Like 300 people waiting. That's kind of crazy. So you're gonna be waiting an hour or two just to get a ride. And that's damn near your whole morning. So the best time to do it at that particular situation is like 7 o'clock at night through 3 a.m. From 7 to 3 a.m. That's the best time to do it. Or you could do it from 7 to let me see, what shift is that? 7. Yeah, 7 to 4 a.m. And because first of all, the traffic is not bad. It's just you at night and just taking people home. That's why I say give your number out to people because you never know how often they travel, right? So they can cash app you or he give you cash and you just go pick them up and take them to the airport. It's better that way. And I was just explaining to somebody how to do it because this person, I felt bad for him. He was like damn near in tears. He got laid off. He got a brand new 7 Series. Well, it's not brand new. It's a couple years old. He's using that. And I told him with that, you getting the black service. He said, yeah, but I'm not getting a lot of requests. So I told him what to do. I said, bro, listen, I said, get cards made up. If you don't have cards, just people will take your number. Just give the people your number. So when they need to ride again, they ride cheaper with you. I said, because I'm pretty sure if you're taking somebody, because I asked him what was the last trip he took. He said Fort Lee. I said, bro, from the airport to Fort Lee, they charge these people like $90. You know what I'm saying? Just charge them 50. You charge them 50. All you need is about shit. I told them if you do the math, you only need about 10 of those a week. You know what I'm saying? On top of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If you or maybe 10 or 15 a week, just depending on how many times you get your number out. Because some people they travel a lot, man. I meet people, they travel at least twice a week. And those are the people you want to get. The frequent travelers or the people that's in town for a little bit. So, and I got another guy. He's in town just for 3 weeks to work. So he might need a ride here and there to the city, stuff like that. So I told him, he said, oh, I could get my number out. He said, Lyft, they're against that. I said, fuck what they're against. I said, you giving your number to the client ain't got nothing to do with them. I said, yeah, they mad because they don't want you to cut their business. But yeah, fuck that. I'll give your number out. and, you know, build a rapport. I said, some people, when you get in the car, they don't want to talk. So those are people you don't mess with. The people that just don't want to talk. But, you know, you get some friendly people like, hey, this is a question. How often do you travel? Oh, I travel twice a week for business. I'm like, hey, if I give you my number, you need a ride to the airport, just hit me up. He's like, yeah. And then one guy said, yeah, they just charged me 120 for this trip. I said, yo, y'all do it. I'll charge you 70. He said, 70, really? I said, like there and back? I said, 70 there and 70 back. Man, he thought that was the hugest blessing ever. He said, no tip. I said, I don't require no tip. Just 70 there. That's my flat rate. And that's how you do it. You know, so I told him that's how you do it. I said, you're going to take you a while. It's going to take you a couple of months to build up the clientele. It takes a couple of months because you just got to keep doing it. And I say you will make your money that way, but it takes a while. But I told him to stay down, man, stay going. But he lost his government job. He's with the government for 30 plus years. Got 2 mortgages, some kids in college, 2 car notes. Trying to make it, man. So it's a lot going on out here. And guys, so because I have to be up here now. I gotta take care of my mother. So I gotta be up here. I gotta watch her and stuff. So it's not like Virginia. I just tell you this right now. So I like doing this at night because there's less traffic. Because you know how it is. What if I gotta drop somebody off in New York during the day? I'm never gonna get there. And I wouldn't take the ride. But at night, man, listen, I can get to Brooklyn in no time. Because the traffic don't die down. You see what I'm saying? But I try to avoid New York though. Unless I got a client there. If I got a client there, which I have one there now, that's the only time I go to New York and pick them up. If I got a client to go pick up. But I told them that's how you do it, private driving. And if you get enough work, you're going to be like, what's his name over there? I pointed to one dude who had an SUV. I said, that dude, he take on nothing but private rides. He just up here chilling, waiting for his people to go to the gate to go pick his clients up. I said, see that guy right there? He's only up here 3 times a week. That's all he had to be up here. That's how much business he got. His son, sometimes his son will drive for him because he, you know. And I said, that guy rented 2 SUVs now. He said, really? I said, yeah, that's rented. He rents them because he got one of his clients. She only wants to be picked up in a black SUV. Okay, because you get some clients, they only want black cars, right? You know, they'll pay you $200, $300 or whatever, just so that you could pick them up in a black car and have some water waiting for them, some bubbly water, you know, the Perrier or Pellegrino, right? You have that waiting for them. And then when they come out their house, you're standing there with the door open for them. Some people like that shit. And they'll pay you for it. They'll pay you to do it. Yep. They'll pay you to do it, man. They don't feel right if they not getting in a black SUV, yo. They ain't feeling right. And so yeah, that's how you do it. He said, well, how you do? I said, just rent it. Just rent it for the day. And they pay that, you know, for what they paying you, whatever your operation cost is, you just charge them. And then after you drop them off, you got the car for the day, and then take it back to the rental place after you're done. But they pay for that. That's how you do it. Believe it or not, there's some people out here, once you get some customers, they only want black SUVs to pick them up in. Okay. It got to be brand new. It has to be an SUV. It has to be black. It has to be the Escalade, a Navigator, whatever they like. They like the Escalades. They like, no, not the Navigator. They like the Buick. What do you call them? The Escalades. Buick, right? They like the Buicks. No, the Cadillac. Excuse me. They like the Cadillacs. They like the Fords. You know, the Ford, whatever it is. They like those. And they do like the black Teslas. They like those too. Yep. And I was like, yo, sometime you're gonna have to rent a car to go pick your client up. I had a client one time where she only liked SUVs. I had to rent one because she made up the cost. I'd only had her for like a couple of months though, not long. But I got some clients, they're flight attendants, and they'll hit me up if they're in the tri-state area. I'll pick them up. If they have to fly into Newark, I'll come. So I do still have some clients, but I haven't got any calls from them yet. So it's kind of been like, but yeah, some people only like to be picked up in black SUVs, man. I don't know what it is. You're not important in a regular car, I guess. They're gonna look the part. When you dropping them off on Park Avenue, you see what I'm saying? They want the SUV. Yeah. And I'm like this. I can get you the SUV. Just let me know ahead of time. Just let me know ahead of time, and I will be right there with the Escalade. You know what I'm saying? You wear a little collar shirt. You see what I'm saying? Wear a little collar shirt, some black slacks, some shoes, and then open the door for them. Have their Perrier or their Pellegrino inside. Shit, that's $400 right there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing for them to cash up you $400, $500. Just from taking. I know you like, damn, just to go there. Yeah, they want to be important. But I remember I picked this one lady up. She had a doorman, and he opened the door for her, straight up. So you gotta make it look good. You gotta have the water in there, and you gotta tell them like because they have riders. Like, okay, like do you need any special gum or anything in the car that you need? She's like, yeah, I need some the water. She told me, like, I got that. I got you, and make sure it's chilled because they have have it chill for them. And how you gonna have it chill? Because I have a what do you call it? A backpack. It looks like a backpack, but it's a ice thing, to keep your drinks cold. So you want to have it cold for them, and like that. Now I have another girl. She want me to take her to different spots in New York, and I've already done that already. She want to go to the museum, and I say, yeah, I'll take you to the museum because for some reason she's scared of the subway. I'm not sure why, but if she's new here, she's just here working for a few months. She's from Texas, and she's wanting to go to museums and stuff. So I told her, after you finish the museum, just text me, say you ready, and I'll meet you in the front. Boom, she get in the car. Then she want to go get something to eat. She found somewhere. Boom, I take her to get something to eat. Text me when you done. Pull up. Boom, she gets in the car. And she had anywhere else I recommend, I took her to Washington Square Park, because you guys know that I always be going to Washington Square Park sometime after the Diddy trial. I'll be chilling out there. So I recommend her to go there. She walked around a little bit. Well, we walked together this time because yes, I do provide, the security. So she felt safe walking with me. So we walked, and then she paid me for my time for those about 5 hours. She paid me for those 5 hours. So I offer that service too. So if you don't want to take the subway, you don't want to be worried about no Lyft or nothing, just boom, call Max real quick, boom, come get me. You see what I'm saying? So if you want to go, you and your boyfriend, y'all want to go out, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got no car. Just hit my Cash App. Boom, I got y'all. Y'all want to go 40 deuce, take you to 42nd, and I go park up. And then they be like, yo, Max, I'm ready. Boom, I come get you. Like, all right, where y'all want to go? You want to go to Liberty Park? That's my other thing I offer out of town, is to go to Liberty State Park in New Jersey, right? Because now you have a little ambiance, what do you call it? What do y'all call that? The skyline of New York City is nice over there. So I offered them over there. You know what I'm saying? Because I got one. They staying in New York right now. I should get a call Saturday for me to take them around. And so you offer that too. Like, yeah, if y'all want to go to a Giants game, let me know. I'll take y'all to the Giants game. Now, see, the thing is with the Giants game, I could chill out there in the parking lot because they got the tailgate. Or I could just come back and get them, but I don't usually like doing that because actually there's a spot like a what do you call a restaurant that I could go chill at, and then when they ready, I'll just tell them which section that my car is in. I'm at C13, so they walk to C13 and get in the car. So I told them, y'all want to go to the Giants game, I'll take you. Then you just charge them for your time because I gotta wait. The game is like how many hours, so you got to charge them that many hours. Some people we willing to do it because they from out of town and they like the fact that they got like a tour guide. You see what I'm saying? So I told that guy that he need to offer them services too because I said, bro, if I had a 7 Series, what? Bro, I'd be offering all type of, I'd be having all type of drinks in the car. He had a 7 Series BMW. It's nice too. And then another dude got a Mercedes. He got a big boy Mercedes. I said, bro, you know how many things you could be offering to people? You have your card ready for them. And if they're in town, especially if you get people that are in town for the first time. Like, listen, here's my card if you ever need to go to museums or anything like that. And another thing I offer them is it's this new building they have up in New York. It's been there for a while though. It's like this like level thing, like glass floor. It's like you high up in the building, but the floor is all glass. And I forget what you call it, the view or something. But yeah, if you want to go there or if you want to go here, you know what I'm saying? Or I could take you through a tour, go to Harlem. Some people want to experience Harlem and all that. So take them through Harlem, take them to Central Park. That's another spot people want to go. Central Park, Washington Square Park. I'm not so Battery Park no more. Usually Central Park, people want to go into, like that. So that's how the edge. Thank you to T Breeze called the edge. Take them to the edge and like, look, text me when you're ready. When you downstairs, like, yo, Max, I'm ready. Boom. I come in and you get in the car. Now you're going to eat now. And you ain't got to worry about saying you're going to eat because I got it all on the itinerary already. So I already know where to go take you after that. So now you in New York, experiencing New York, and you ain't got to worry about parking. So yeah, man, I don't know why people ain't doing that. It's a lot of, and it's not people and these are not rich people either. You know what I'm saying? I just met another guy. He was like, bro, I don't have a car, but if me and my girl want to go out, I'll just call you. And then, I say, yeah, man, just hit my Cash App or give me cash. And yeah, man, I'll be able to take you. But yeah, it's called the Edge. And I've been there already. It's pretty nice. So, but yeah, I told him, man, I said, bro, you got the 7 Series, man. You better work this car, man. This car work. So you just give your card out, you'll be straight. So he's already doing Lux anyway. Lux, you get more money for that. But he just sometimes people just need somebody to talk to, man, to lift their spirits, to know that, they could do it. Hold on 1 second, be right back. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think I'm gonna come back later to talk about that asteroid again. Because it's kind of like there's more developing news on that. So I might come back with that one. We'll see. But guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll be back in about a couple of hours and go with that. But give an update. Because there's like 12, 13, 15 asteroids at the same time in our universe. It's just crazy. They just not telling us. So it's like a once in a lifetime experience. And there's one asteroid interacting with the big asteroid. Well, comet as they say it right now, but we don't know if it's a comet or not. But I thought it's interesting. But anyway, I will catch you guys a little later. And yeah, man, I'll catch you guys a little later. All right, y'all.